take a picture of you in the picture, let me know.
No worries. Alright, so now I'm in the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And this place is amazing. Oh, and check this out. 53 Corvette, chassis number 3. This is probably their third chassis. Look at the whole layout of this thing. Right down to the frame. And check this out. Here is well, actually, I'm just gonna flip the camera on. Maybe you'll know for sure. Now check out this 78 Corvette 25th Anniversary Edition. Here it is, the whole layout of it. Pretty much all the descriptive detail of it. Ain't that thing gorgeous? Now check out this 2003 Corvette 50th Anniversary Edition and everything it tells about it. And right over here, a C4 Corvette, and it's the 88 Corvette 35th Anniversary Edition. How awesome is that to see those anniversary edition Corvettes? So I'm just going to continue right around here, and you're about to see a couple of nice ones. Got this 53 Corvette and along with the 55 Thunderbird, and there happens to be the well, let me take you right over here. This is the, hold on. That is the entombed Corvette. It's a 54 Corvette. It's been entombed for a long time, and this is what all original and untouched looks like after all these years. And still to this day, it's still untouched. Now check out this mobile gas, mobile service station. And that looks like a 62 Corvette getting fueled up. And these two in the garage area looks like a 57 Corvette and a 61 Corvette. Definitely getting their checkups, serviced, and basically everything it is. And this is definitely a 50s style gas station. And check it out. Corvette, America's only sports car. Definitely it is. Now check out these beauties right here. Both are 67 Corvettes, but the red one says this is the Roy Orbison Corvette. Ironically, both are convertibles and they both have 427s with side pipes, which to me is the coolest thing they ever put on these C2 Corvettes. Now if I take you over here, this is the layout of the Corvette assembly plant from Flint, Michigan to St. Louis, Missouri to Bowling Green. And as you can see, these are 73 Corvettes. And this one over here, the one that looks like it's got its body out of the frame, is the 73 Corvette Mirage. Right now I'm walking to the E. Pierce Marshall Memorial Performance Gallery. Now this one is the, let me see if I can get over here real quick. The Zora Arcus Dontov. Yep, that's what it is. And of course, here's the 57 Union Oil Racer based off a 57 Corvette. Now coming over here is the 62 Corvette Gulf Oil Champion. And there it is right there. And this is the 63 Z06 Racer. And there's that. And this is the 73 Bethke Corvette, however you pronounce that word. 84 Land Speed Racer. And this one is the 84 Deatley Corvette. And that's how you pronounce it. 89 Corvette Challenge marketing car. And here's the, let's see if I point it up above it. 89 Record Run ZR1. And here's the, I'm trying to remember what they call this. Homologation C5R. Definitely a track car. And here is the Gran Turismo C7 Gran Turismo Corvette. For anyone who had a PS3, this would have been the car. Moving on over here is the 2002 Corvette C5R GTI race car. And this is the engine that it was running on. 7-liter C5R race engine. It says right here, 1 Daytona, 24-hour overall, 1 GTS, Le Mans, 2002. I mean, it's got pretty much the whole history of it right there. And here is the first year of the C3 Corvettes, the 63 split window Corvette. So elegant and so beautiful in the design. Now jumping over here is the, says this is the 57 Corvette SS. Definitely a concept car. And here's another concept car, the 61 Manco Shark. And I happen to have a diecast model of that car at home with the rest of my diecast model collection. Now here is the 2019 Corvette ZR1. Love that orange. I would assume that this is a hugger orange. After all, it is a Chevy.
Creative designer at General Motors.
Okay, so the next part of this museum would have to be the Corvette Cave-In, the skydome sinkhole experience. And of course, this happened on February 12th, 2014. And there's a picture over there that says when it started. Here's a photo, and this is where it all started.
They sink back down, and every time they would sink, they would take some of that soil with them. But engineers, our engineering people all tell us that this building is safe, that the museum building is safe, and we feel very comfortable.
And here's all the Corvettes that were affected in the sinkhole.
And the National Corvette Museum in Kentucky. 8 classic cars, all sculpted up, and it was all Carl Casper. In these
Get a true security video from the National Corvette Museum in Boulder, Kentucky. First, you see a brown sheet on it. Then a black hole seems to open up underneath the orange car. Watch here, showtime later, the ground completely caves, swallowing the electric current. Massive sinkholes in the cars.
Now here is what they call the interactive cave model of all the Corvettes that fell in the hole. And here here's the list of what they show. Now to jump in over here, here's where it looked like afterwards. Pretty good layout. Let's see here. Huh? In Here's some pieces that was recovered during the sinkhole. And here's some videos of showing the aftermath of the sinkhole. Okay, now I'm in the skydome from where the majority of the sinkhole took place. So here's what they got. Here's one of the survivors of the sinkhole, 62 Corvette. And here's the 67 Corvette, 427, side pipes, just the way I like it. Now before I jump over to that blue Stingray, here's the 90 ZR1 active suspension prototype, which I think is pretty cool. And here is the Snake Skinner 2 Corvette. And here's the 69 Corvette Stingray. It says it's got the 427. And of course, big side pipes. Love that. Here's the 82 Corvette. Probably like the last year of the C3 Corvettes. Comes with that 80s crossfire injection. And of course, it says this is the last model year of the 3rd gen Corvettes. Now take a look at this. Take a look more than 30 feet down into what's left of the sinkhole that rocked the Corvette world. Oof. That is a long drop. Anyway, moving on. Check out this. This says sinkhole outline, and this one says cave outline. They have this pretty drawn out right down to the edge. Take a look at this 86 Corvette, the Malcolm Connor Corvette. Doesn't that look nice? And here we have what it's called the 1968 Astrovet. Definitely a concept car, probably based off a C3 Corvette chassis. And take a look at this. This is, believe it or not, an 83 Corvette. Even though a lot of people would say C84 is the first year of the C3 Corvettes. Well, get a load of this. The one and only. Who knew that they only did one Corvette for 1983? Now this is the 73 XP 987 GT 2-rotor Corvette. And let me take a look at this. Oh, definitely a prototype. And speaking of prototypes, this one is a, let me get it over here, 65 XP 819, the rear engine Corvette. So apparently they actually did do Corvettes with engines in the back. Way before these Corvettes took production. And we have another 67 Corvette, only this time it's got no side pipes. But it does have a 427 in it, which is even cooler. You can tell by the Stinger hood. And let me take you over here to this one. Now this Corvette seems to have attracted my attention because it's a right-hand drive Corvette. See what I mean? Right-hand drive. Incredible. I'm telling you, this is incredible. And before I hang it up, I'm gonna take you to a room that I did not know they even have in this museum. This is the, okay, here it is. This is the Custom Carisma, the legendary creations of Carl Casper. Now if we take a look over here, they happen to have, the Cosmic Invader. Definitely very space age-like, just by that. It says, in the 1970s, as both air pollution and oil crisis got the world's attention, Carl came through the smog with the answer to those problems in an electric call he called the Cosmic Invader. Wow. So this is basically an electric car. And if I had to guess, I see some wheels on there that look like BF Goodrich radial TA tires. And I'm guessing, judging by that wheel cover, I'm just thinking those are centerline wheels. Jumping over here to Carl Casper's Renegade, which is based off a 32 Ford sedan. You can tell he really turned this thing into a gasser. You can tell by its front end. And this is obviously a small block Chevy. Probably 327, maybe a 350. I mean, look at it. Look how nice this thing is. Do love the pinstripes. Very hot rodish. I love it. And here we have what looks like to be a 48 Mercury. And this is called the Night Cruiser. And this is from this is a 51 Mercury. Definitely much different than a 48 and a 49, so you got me there. Based off a 50 Mercury Deluxe. Nice paint job. I think there's a metallic in it. Yeah, there is a metallic in that purple, especially with all the scallops and pinstriping as well. And this over here looks like the, let's see, is it called the, hang on. I think I may have to take a look at this. Young American, that's what they call it. Man, this thing's beefed up big. We're probably talking 1,000, maybe 2,000 horsepower, especially with all that, with all them goodies it's got in there. And check this out. There is the Batmobile. Definitely my favorite of all Batmobiles. And from the looks of it, it says this is the Batmobile from Batman Returns. So, this is, I'm guessing this is one of the screen used Batmobiles. I'm not so sure, but it looks really nice. And here is the Turbo Shark. And I've read the description on this car, and it said it's a 64 Corvette Stingray. But let me take you over here and I'll show you what I mean. Yep, 64 Corvette convertible. And it says 327 small block, 300 horsepower. Now that is beautiful. And I love how it's got Kragers on it. That's, to me, one of the coolest things on a classic are Kragers. Now this looks like a 32 Ford Roadster, and they call it the Bad Boy Deuce. It says a 350 high-performance Corvette crate engine. Excellent choice for street cruising. And I'm pretty sure this is definitely a 32 Ford. And look at that. Looks like the front cover of Street Rod Builder magazine. Wow, that sure turned out great. Already went through the tour in the first place. Got some pictures as well, so I just thought I'd just hang it up on this one, and then looking forward for the next step on my spring vacation.